The coldest mornings will be Monday and Tuesday. Those are actual temperatures, and then when you factor in the wind, it's actually going to feel a lot colder. And here's that forecast for you.
What's happening? I'm Will.
I'm Christy.
And this is Pumbaa Dog.
After years of overlanding across the United States, we decided to hang up normalcy and move full-time into Imogene, our 21-foot travel trailer.
Our goal is to set up base camp in different regions of the U.S. and explore the areas around us. We invite you to join us as we share our adventures of full-time living.
Single-digit feels like temperatures likely through much of the day tomorrow. Some spots by the afternoon feeling sub-zero numbers here already, north and west. And that type of weather will continue, likely even colder by the time we get out the door Monday morning.
Current situation. It's cold as hell. Tomorrow it's supposed to have somewhere between, what did I say, how many inches?
4 to 8.
4 to 8 inches of snow. It's supposed to get to 0 degrees at some point throughout the next few days. Then we're supposed to get some more snow. It hasn't been above freezing in, what, close to a week, isn't it? Black tank can't be drained because it's frozen. Well, it's not frozen. The flap to pool is frozen. We got the cabinets out, drawers out. Hopefully that shit stays unfrozen. So currently we do have water at the kitchen sink. However, bathroom sinks, not so much. So we've taken all the drawers out, and hopefully some of the residual air from inside the camper can get down there. I'm just gonna have to work the hell out of the propane system. Our neighbors are leaving. They're not hanging out for this any longer. They've winterized their piece over there. They're leaving. And our neighbor over here, pretty sure that their shit exploded because there's one big ice block connected to there. So
Well, we're also going to go get a space heater to try to thaw.
Christy wants to get a space heater to try to thaw all that out.
Or help the propane not kick on.
Or help
in
the propane.
10 minutes. Face fractal. I don't know why I always get so like stoved up when you do that to me. But anyways, when we had snow and sleet and ice and everything in Tennessee, we had the space heater. And the space heater significantly helped out with the propane not kicking on every 5 minutes. But then we didn't think we'd need it, so then I gave it to my mom because my mom needed it way more than we did. Well, now we need another one.
The problem with that is I don't like space heaters, and
Yeah,
I definitely don't like space heaters running on the Victron because it's tremendous. The other problem is any time that we go below freezing for significant periods of time, that's when shit starts messing up. So that's what we have. And there's really not a whole lot that we're going to be able to do about that until after it's done thawing out from the freeze. So I was able to fill up the fresh water tank by taking off this frozen hose, putting a fresh hose on there, and then de-thawing the water spigot. But the water spigot actually is not bad. The hose and my little regulator and my little separator valve or whatever, isolator valve or whatever you want to call that, that was all frozen, but the heat gun made quick work of that. I was able to get it off. Yeah, I couldn't get the camera out fast enough, but we just drove by the propane place. It's literally a line down the road. Super glad that I got propane yesterday. I just hope that I don't have to travel too far to get propane next time.
Well, we'll probably need it again midweek.
Hopefully we can get through the 0 degrees with what we got.
So the 0 degrees is from Sunday night until Monday morning, and then it's done.
Tomorrow night. I say we just go stock up on alcohol and ride it out. One of the benefits I can say about sub-freezing temperatures and snow is we got a cooler. So the fridge was too full, so I just put my weekend or bad weather week supply of beer outside and just let it get snowed on.
Feel this, Cash?
It's actually frozen. There's a little bit of, see? Crazy. Big frozen. Frosty frozen like slushy. Probably should go bring the other ones in. Look at these drifts. That's nuts, man.
What?
The drifts.
Drift?
Yeah, the waves.
Oh, from behind?
Yeah. What do you think, Pumbaa? You know what else don't work whenever it's snowing? Solar. Solar doesn't work whenever it's snow. Luckily we're at a spot where I can just plug in, and I can plug in for right at around an hour or so and be right back up to 100%, which is a good thing. Modifications have been made in an attempt to weather the storm. Well, we are weathering the storm.
You're weathering it, dear darling.
Although we hadn't gotten below zero yet.
Well,
coming.
It says it feels like -4, so.
I just got an alert on my phone. It's the first time I've ever seen an alert like this. It's a wind chill warning, and it said that if you stay outside with exposed skin for, I think it said up to 30 minutes, or as little as 30 minutes, you can get frostbite. Get it. Current situation, it's in between 3 and 7 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on which device you look up. The wind is blowing, or gusting, should I say, between 10 and 15 degrees, depending on, again, which device or which app you use. The black tank's frozen, and I can't dump it. Gray tank's frozen, I can't dump it. Freshwater tank is frozen, and I can't pump it. We do have 14 gallons of drinkable fresh water. There's facilities up at the front of this campground I'm staying at, and luckily we're keeping the local propane industry alive and pumping. So much so that I had to venture out in this nonsense yesterday for an hour drive to go find some propane. It's come on and going off at almost a repetitive rate at this point in time. I'm not sure why it even cuts off. Bright side, I no longer need to keep my beers in the fridge, and Pumbaa's not at all interested in staying outside for any length of time, which is good because I'm not either. Not gonna lie though, it's actually not as bad as it could be. Right now I think the estimates are around 2 million people are without power. We've got power, both because of the solar off-grid setup and because if we really had to, then we could plug into this campground, which miraculously seems to be the only place in town that has power. So Wednesday we're supposed to have the same thing come back, snow and all that, and then by the weekend it's supposed to be nice and I think 60s, 50s, something like that. So I'm looking forward to that. But this weekend, we're actually going to the Ozarks, so hopefully it stays nice there too. Hey man, when all you got is just some cooking salt, that's all you can use. I've been putting this down on the steps daily to try to keep from freezing up, and I think it's been working. I feel like it's been working. I don't know. We hadn't fell, knock on wood, so there's that. Well, the time has come to get some more propane. This proved to be the toughest trip to go get propane as everything was closed. The roads were extremely bad. I had to drive really far away. And then once I finally got to a place, because they were doing rolling power outages, there was a huge line. In line to get gas. Well, propane. This is us. After dropping the propane off, I decided to head over to the local Walmart to try to get some groceries, and unfortunately everybody else already beat me to it. After picking up a few things at the grocery store, I decided to go check out this little lake that I'd been spending a lot of time at. This lake was really cool, it had great scenery, and it was right down the street from the campground, so I figured I'd check it out while it was covered in snow. This was the very first time I'd ever seen such a large body of water frozen, and it was pretty spectacular looking. Definitely tired of the snow, definitely tired of the ice, but it does provide some very pretty pictures and videos, so enjoy. After enjoying the serenity of the frozen lake, it was time to get back to to the loud campground and do some of the chores that are never ending whenever you're full-time living in an RV. Add this to the list of chores that I definitely don't like doing. Snow removal. Solar in particular doesn't work real well when covered in snow, and well, I just don't trust the top of old 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐵𝐺𝐻 here to be okay as it's covered in snow. So I'm gonna get as much snow and ice as I can off of this and see if we can't start collecting some power as well as preserve our roof. Downfall of being in a campground is you got neighbors with dogs that won't shut up. Just as we were warming up and thawing out, it was time to meet our buddy LJ in the Ozark Mountains for a quick camping trip that we had planned over the last few months. We were surprised and a bit disappointed, if I'm being honest, to find about 4 to 6 inches of snow still on the ground in the mountains. It ended up being okay though. The temperatures were slightly warmer than they had been in Texas, and the snow made it for great scenery at all the campsites that we stopped along. We were able to do a little bit of overlanding and off-roading in the tundra along the Transamerica Trail through the Ozarks. It was a really cool trip. I invite you guys to go check out that full video. I'll leave a link down in the description below. It's a great video. That's going to do it for this episode of Full-Time Living. Join us on next episode as we head south to find warmer weather and maybe even a beach or two. Hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure that you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like it. Be sure to ring the bell for notifications of new videos when they come out. And until next time, you guys keep hanging in there like a hair on a biscuit. And remember, you can be happy if you've a mind to. Peace, y'all.